For ages, parents have been telling their kids to eat their vegetables so that they'll grow big and strong, force-feeding them carrots for vision, spinach for muscles, and salad for general health. But what if these healthy vegetables aren't vegetables at all? What if the colorful side dishes that we've been told we need 3 servings of daily aren't the healthy veggies we've been led to believe? Have we been lied to all our lives? Keep watching as we dig deeper into this rabbit hole in search of the truth. The term vegetable has a crazy history, originating in the 15th century. The language of that era was not known for precision, which is evident in the vague way vegetable was used to describe plant life. Back then, it referred to anything that wasn't an animal or a mineral. The definition was so broad, it covered leafy greens, water, rocks, and furniture, making it difficult to grasp what vegetables truly entail. Even in modern dictionaries, you'll find unclear definitions reflecting past confusion. One popular definition is a usually herbaceous plant grown for an edible part that is usually eaten as part of a meal. It's super broad, suggesting any plant-based food could be a vegetable, from bananas to potatoes and herbs. Culinary literature isn't much help either. Chefs and food writers tend to categorize vegetables by their culinary use rather than their scientific classification. For instance, in the kitchen, anything that isn't sweet tends to get labeled as a vegetable. The absence of a clear, universally accepted definition has sparked endless debates about what actually counts as a vegetable. The tomato, often at the center of debates over its classification as a fruit or vegetable, highlights the confusion. This confusion arises from the absence of clear culinary or botanical definitions we can all accept. Vegetable remains a vague, confusing term, illustrating its historical complexity and ambiguity. This leads us to the whole botanical puzzle. To understand why vegetable is such a confusing term, it helps to start with what botanists have to say about fruits. In botany, fruits are the seed-bearing parts of plants that grow from the matured ovary of a flower. Anything with seeds, such as tomatoes, cucumbers, and pumpkins, is by definition a fruit, even if we label it a vegetable in the kitchen. Fruits have a clear purpose in the plant world: to help with reproduction by spreading seeds. These parts often have fleshy layers around their seeds to attract animals, which then spread the seeds. However, this botanical classification doesn't always match how we classify things in the kitchen. Consider eggplants. They're botanically fruits, but are treated as vegetables in savory dishes due to their taste and texture. This discrepancy is why the tomato is often at the center of debates. For example, cucumbers are fruits by definition because they contain seeds and develop from the ovary of the cucumber plant. Yet, we often consider them vegetables because we use them in salads and sandwiches. Bell peppers add more confusion. Bell peppers are botanically fruits since they contain seeds and grow from the flowering part of the plant. However, in cooking, they're regarded as vegetables and are commonly used in savory dishes like stir-fries. This mismatch between culinary terminology and scientific classifications highlights how food terms can be inconsistent. It's all based on how we prepare and eat these foods, rather than on a logical, botanical basis. So how are vegetables reclassified then? Let's start with foods like carrots, potatoes, and beans. These are often labeled as vegetables, but they belong in a different category. Carrots and potatoes are geophytes, which are plants with storage organs like bulbs or tubers. Potatoes are interesting because they store energy in their tubers, making them rich in starch and nutritious. This sets them apart from leafy greens and other vegetables due to their high carbohydrate content. Carrots store their energy in their roots, which are also rich in starch. Then there are beans, which are technically seeds. This group ranges from peas to lentils, which grow in pods and help plants reproduce. Beans are often grouped with vegetables due to their protein content, but they have more in common with grains and legumes. On the other hand, leafy greens and stem-like plants are what we typically think of as vegetables. Spinach, kale, and cabbage are prime examples of leafy greens with edible leaves full of vitamins and fiber. Leafy greens are usually low in calories and high in minerals like iron and calcium, making them popular for healthy diets. Stems include celery, which is crunchy, and bamboo shoots, popular in Asian cuisine. Unlike starchy potatoes and nutrient-rich beans, these plants consist mostly of water and fiber. Botanists haven't agreed on a precise vegetable definition, but it's evident that stems and leaves align with what people typically associate with this category. But what about the culinary perspective? In the culinary world, plants are classified based on how we use them in cooking. The most straightforward approach is dividing them into savory and sweet categories. For example, fruits like strawberries and peaches are found in desserts and are sweet by nature. On the other hand, the culinary world often defines vegetables as savory, as they tend to be used in main dishes or as side dishes. Foods like broccoli, carrots, and green beans are called vegetables because they appear in salads, stir-fries, and soups. This culinary classification isn't based on botanical science, but on how these foods taste and are used in the kitchen. Yet this system isn't flawless and fails to resolve the confusion surrounding the term vegetable. Take the tomato, for instance, often misidentified as a vegetable due to its use in savory dishes like sauces and salads. However, botanically, tomatoes are fruits, originating from the flower of the plant and containing seeds. Cucumbers and bell peppers also face misclassification due to their common culinary usage. Even in the culinary world, there are inconsistencies. For instance, certain vegetables, such as carrots and beets, have a naturally sweet flavor and can be included in desserts, further blurring distinctions. Also, many seeds like peas and beans, although botanically different, are often categorized as vegetables. The widespread misclassification of vegetables impacts our understanding of nutrition. When we call different plant parts vegetables, it implies they offer similar nutritional benefits. However, this is not the case. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are rich in vitamins and fiber, while starchy root vegetables like potatoes and carrots are high in carbohydrates and energy. This leads to dietary misconceptions that could affect health. For instance, if someone believes all vegetables offer equal nutrition, they might skip leafy greens, assuming a potato offers the same benefits. Botanist Jane Smith notes that the term vegetable lacks precision, leading to the misconception that all so-called vegetables provide identical nutrition, despite significant variations. Understanding these distinctions can help people make healthier dietary choices. Misclassification also confuses dietary guidelines like the food pyramid and My Plate, which categorizes foods as vegetables without emphasizing their differences. The food pyramid grouped all vegetables into one tier, implying that they are equally healthy. In reality, leafy greens and potatoes play very different roles in nutrition. My Plate aimed to enhance this by suggesting a variety of vegetables but still groups them into one section. Nutritionist Paul White explains that grouping vegetables together might make people think eating more potatoes substitutes for leafy greens, which isn't true. This grouping can lead to favoring one type of plant over others, causing an imbalanced diet. Recognizing the nutritional differences among plant-based foods can lead to a more balanced understanding of diet. This could promote healthier eating habits and reveal the true impact of different plant foods on health. But is there a new approach to consider? Oh, yes. It's time we rethink how we categorize plant-based foods, especially given the confusion around the term vegetable. Instead of putting everything under one vague label, a more precise classification can make a big difference. For example, we can classify foods based on their botanical features and nutritional properties. Foods like squash and avocados come from the flowering part of the plant and contain seeds, making them different from other plant parts. Seeds like beans, peas, and lentils are often mistaken for vegetables, but are actually nutrient-rich legumes. Leaves and stems include spinach, kale, and celery, offering a fiber-rich source of vitamins and minerals. Roots and tubers, like carrots, potatoes, and sweet potatoes, provide energy-rich carbohydrates, important for a balanced diet. By thinking this way, we better understand the unique nutritional benefits each category offers. Fruits offer vitamins and antioxidants. Legumes provide protein, leafy greens supply fiber and minerals, and root vegetables are packed with carbohydrates. Knowing this, we can craft balanced meals and dispel the myth that all vegetables are equal in nutrition. This shift in perspective can change how we think about food. The next time you're preparing a meal, consider what each ingredient truly is. By grasping its botanical and nutritional traits, you can make wiser choices about your meals. This fresh approach might unlock healthier eating habits and improve our relationship with the food we eat. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.